Hey, history lovers, it's Blonde AI Girl, your time traveling host, back with another mind blowing interview. Today, I'm at the Lyceum in Athens, 335 BC. And guys, this place is insane. Students walking around discussing everything from biology to ethics. And at the center of it all, Aristotle, the guy who basically invented science as we know it. He's tutored Alexander the Great, studied under Plato, and now runs his own school. This absolute legend wrote about everything logic, physics, biology, politics, poetry. Like, pick a subject, and Aristotle's got a book on it. Quick note, everything's based on his surviving works and historical sources like Diogenes Laertius. So let's go meet the man who shaped Western thought for the next 2,000 years, Master Aristotle. Sorry to interrupt your peripatetic teaching. I know you like to walk and talk. I'm a traveler from the distant future here to learn from the greatest polymath ever. How's the Lyceum treating you today?
Traveler from the future. Fascinating claim. Your Greek is peculiar, grammatically correct yet strangely accented, and your attire most unusual. The future, you say, then you can confirm or deny my theories. Tell me, does the cosmos indeed consist of concentric spheres? Have we mapped all the animals?
Oh boy, starting with the hard questions. Space is way weirder than spheres. It's like infinite and expanding, and animals, we're still finding new species. But your classification system? Total game changer.
Infinite. But that's impossible. Actual infinity cannot exist. And expanding into what? There cannot be void. But wait, you say my classification system endures.
Totally. Kingdom, phylum, class. Okay, we tweaked it, but you started it all. You're literally called the father of biology in my time.
Father of biology. I simply observe and categorize what exists. But this podcast you mentioned, am I correct in deducing it's some form of preserved dialogue? Like Plato's written dialogues, but auditory?
Exactly. Wow, you figured that out in seconds. It's like capturing conversations for millions to hear across time and space.
Millions? Remarkable. Then let us ensure our words are worthy of such an audience. Come, walk with me. I think better in motion. The peripatetics, they call us.
Yes, the walking philosophers. So Aristotle, you were born in Stagira, not Athens. Your dad was physician to the Macedonian king. Did growing up around medicine influence your scientific approach?
Profoundly so. My father, Nicomachus, taught me to observe symptoms, categorize ailments, understand cause and effect. When examining a fever, one doesn't merely philosophize. One observes, records, tests remedies. This empirical approach, I brought it to everything. While Plato, my teacher, looked to ideal forms, I dissected cuttlefish on the beach at Lesbos.
Wait, you literally dissected animals? That's so hands-on. Not very ivory tower philosopher.
Of course. How else can one understand life? I've examined over 500 species, their organs, reproduction, behavior. Did you know the octopus uses one tentacle specifically for mating? Or that dolphins give birth to live young and nurse them? Facts, not speculation.
That's all correct. But backing up, you came to Athens at 17 to study with Plato. What was that like?
Plato was brilliant. His academy, transformative. For 20 years I learned, debated, grew, but we diverged. He saw truth in perfect forms, existing beyond our world. I found truth here in the world we inhabit. Dear is Plato, but dearer still is truth, as I say. When he died, I knew it was time to forge my own path.
So you left Athens and ended up tutoring Alexander the Great? Talk about a career pivot.
Philip of Macedon summoned me. Hard to refuse a king, especially one from my homeland. Young Alexander was 13, brilliant, but wild. I taught him Homer, medicine, philosophy. I tried to instill moderation, the golden mean. He absorbed the knowledge, but perhaps not the wisdom. Now he conquers the world while I prefer to understand it.
You sound worried about him. Think he'll go too far?
Alexander seeks to be a god among men. I taught him that man is a political animal, meant for the polis, the city-state, but he dreams of universal empire. Perhaps, some students surpass their teachers in ways we don't intend.
Speaking of students, your Lyceum is revolutionary. Public lectures in the morning, specialized training in the afternoon. It's basically the first research university.
Yes, knowledge shouldn't be hoarded. We have the museum, specimens from across the known world, thanks to Alexander's conquests. Maps, constitutions from 58 city-states. A library rivaling the academies. My students don't just think, they research. Theophrastus studies plants, Eudemus mathematics, Aristoxenus music. We're mapping all knowledge.
You're literally creating Wikipedia, but with actual walking. What are you personally obsessing over right now?
Logic. I'm developing what I call the syllogism, a method of valid reasoning. If all men are mortal, and Socrates is a man, then necessarily Socrates is mortal. It seems simple, but this structure underlies all rational thought. Also, I'm completing my work on ethics, what makes a life good. Not just pleasure, as some claim, but eudaimonia, flourishing through virtue and reason.
The Nicomachean ethics, that becomes huge. But explain this golden mean thing. It's not just everything in moderation, right?
Precisely. It's not mathematical middle but optimal balance. Courage isn't halfway between cowardice and recklessness. It's the right action for the right reason at the right time. A soldier charging alone against an army isn't brave, but foolish. Context matters. Virtue requires wisdom, not just rules.
So like being extra on social media versus being authentic, finding that sweet spot.
Social media? I don't comprehend the term. But yes, authenticity versus excess. You understand, this is why I study everything. Ethics connects to politics, to biology, to physics. How can we live well without understanding our nature and our world?
Speaking of physics, you believe everything's made of 4 elements: earth, water, air, fire, plus this 5th element, ether, for celestial stuff.
Correct. Observe, earth falls down. Fire rises up. Water finds its level. Each element has its natural place. The heavens are eternal, unchanging, thus made of different substance, ether. It's empirically evident.
I love how you base it on observation, though we've discovered it's a bit more complicated, like over 100 elements, atoms, quantum stuff.
100 elements, atoms. Democritus's theory. But I've refuted that. There cannot be indivisible particles or void. Though, if you've observed this directly in your time, I must reconsider. This is the philosopher's duty. Revise theories based on evidence. Now,
Actually, they lay tiny eggs. You can't see. Microscopic. Really, really small.
invisible eggs? Of course. That explains. This changes everything about generation theory.
Lightning round. Biggest disagreement with Plato?
Is forms exist only in things, not some separate realm. Yes.
What would your best advice for thinkers?
We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not an act, but a habit.
Who was your favorite student?
Theophrastus will succeed me. Alexander was most challenging, both brilliant in different ways.
What should humanity remember?
That philosophy begins in wonder. Never stop asking why. I must go. Knowledge waits for no one. Your future world, it still seeks truth.
More than ever. Your methods, your questions, they guide us still.
Learn. Then my work continues. Remember, observe everything, question everything, but also live well. Theory without practice is empty. Practice without theory is blind. Veil time traveler.
And there he goes. Aristotle, the man who categorized the world and invented half the subjects you studied in school. Watching him literally run to teach because he's so excited about knowledge. Pure inspiration. That's all for today's time travel episode. But next week, oh man, next week we're visiting someone whose ideas literally split history in half. Until then, this is Blonde AI Girl saying stay curious, question everything, and remember, excellence is a habit, not an act. Peace out, philosophy nerds.